Hello, VOD. Hello, everyone. Hello, Voidbound. Hello, Noctic with the first time chat. Hello, Annie, GX Eclipse, 2C Base with the Dink Water. Hello, Tomo with the first time chat. Delay, hello. Gabi, hello. Liz, Toby, Coulet Pipon, Ricky J, Pedro Farasso. Are you from Brazil? Hello, Dadish with the first time chat. And Pietro. Cheers. Pierto, my bad. Hello, Mighty Stone. Oh, all right, chat. We've got a big day ahead of us. So let me explain right off the rip. Last time that we streamed, we made our way through most of the Steam Age, like actually a huge amount of the Steam Age. And basically, where we're stuck now is that we need to get flint and steel and go to the Nether. Now, I told you guys something very important at the start of this run, which is we're going to limit the dimensions that we go to. Luckily for us, there is a way to get sulfur without going to the Nether. So just to give a quick explanation, in normal GregTech New Horizons progression, you go to the Nether and then you find a sulfur vein, which allows you to make rubber. You combine raw rubber and vulcanize it with sulfur in a alloy smelter to make rubber bars. However, there is something that we can do to get past this Nether quest that very few people know about. But if you look at the NEI uses of rubber bars and you go into the questbook page, there is this weird quest that you can't find called Trigger Nether Skip. So, if we get 2 stacks of rubber bars, we can go back and skip all of these quests and go right to this. And that is like a more like GOG challenge run fact. It's really, I don't really know how people found out about these triggers except for like word of mouth, but that is a thing. So we are not going to the Nether. We are going to instead make 128 rubber bars and get our way to LV. So today, I think we're actually going to be able to make it to LV entirely. Let's do a couple of chores here. There is the question of how am I going to get sulfur without going to the Nether? And the answer is really very simple. Mighty Stone already got it. We are going to XP craft sulfur. So this is the process for XP crafting, just so I can get it in one big go to put in a video. I harvest these essence berries, and I'm going to take off my armor because they damaged me. So I'm just going to go here, pick them all up. I think my audio is really loud. Normally that fixes it. Nope. Well, I guess it's just going to be loud today. All right, we grab all of that. And we've got our concentrated essence berries, which we can crouch and right click to get a whole bunch of XP in one go. And then we use these XP drains from open blocks into seared tanks to drain our XP, pick it up with a bucket, and then craft it into whatever we need. And in this case, it's sulfur. So I'm gonna pin this recipe here, bookmark it, and then go 12. And then if I go in here, craft out all my buckets, and we're gonna get 6 sulfur dust at a time. So it's gonna be pretty slow. Let me catch up with chat. Probably looking at editor mode would find the skips. Okay. And Delay knew about the skips, but not the rubber one. Okay. You're going to skip the entire quest book if you hold a stack of stargates. I didn't really think about that. All right, let's also, while we do this, I'm going to grab another part of this puzzle that we need to do, which is I need to extract sticky resin into raw rubber dust. This is the best recipe we have here. We do it in the extractor that we made yesterday. I already got started a little bit because it takes a very long time to do this. In order to get the 384 raw rubber dust required, it would take us 30 seconds to do one each, which means it takes us like a whole hour to extract all of this rubber dust. Or actually, wait a minute. 30 seconds for 3. So thank you for the follow, Fakey Fail. I appreciate you. So we need 384, which is 6 stacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 stacks already, 4.5. I'm going to let that extract and I'm going to craft out all of our sulfur. So we're going to be kind of grinding for the first bit to get 128 sulfur, but bear with me and we'll get through it. Chat, how many all rights this stream? Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I don't even know. I'm so bad at that. I need to get better. Hello, Silk. If I didn't say hello, welcome in. We're already at 2? Sheesh. I need to be, like, put on a leash or something. Do not clip that. Alright, there's some food. Let's go hit up this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, another thing I've been doing, chat, while we've been AFK, like over the past couple of days, I've been melting down or macerating more iron armor and steel armor, and just like working on ore berries and copper and tin, because I think I will need it today for a lot of stuff. So I got a lot of this stuff prepared, as much as possible at least. So, chat, you're gonna have to tell me about your day here because this is gonna be a little bit of a grind. We're actually doing pretty good. We're 24 out of 128, but this is gonna take us like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. So we got to figure out something to talk about. I've been listening to Nine Inch Nails recently. They have a new album. I say new in quotation marks. I've been liking some Nine Inch Nails recently. I sent a track to my brother though, and he hated it. He was like, I hate the vocals on this. I need to be put on a leash or something is my first impression of you, by the way. Okay, well, welcome in, Clippy. I hope you enjoyed your first impression of me. I was so tired I skipped class today. I did that so much. I am such a class skipper. It's bad. Or I used to be. Now I'm no longer in school, so that doesn't matter. Did you try out Death Cab? I haven't yet. It takes me a long time to get around to suggestions. I'm like horrible at it, in fact. But within a year, I'll be like, yo, I listened to Death Cab. That was awesome. Thanks for recommending it. Just takes me a long time to get to it. It is 1 sulfur per rubber bar. Yes. 3 rubber dust, 1 sulfur. And yeah, 6 sulfur for 12 buckets. This is actually much faster than I was anticipating it being, which is great. We're pretty much almost there. We just need to wait on the raw rubber. And then while that crafts, we have plenty of other stuff ahead of us to do, including this molds thing, and then literally every single one of these quests leading up to Steam Malicious. Now, before you go to these quests in the quest book, know that while it tells you, while all of these quests are only preparing you to make 1 electronic circuit, you in fact need 2 to make a basic Steam. God, you don't need 2. I'm tweaking out. I thought it was 2. This is the basic gas turbine. That's why. Okay. The basic steam turbine is probably the way to go then. Alright, well, okay, the quest book wasn't lying to me, and I am just, in fact, tweaking out as usual. Alright, let's put a basic steam turbine. I think I had the gas turbine in my brain, and then that's what led me astray. Alright, so this is a lot easier to make than I expected it to be. We're gonna be in LV in no time, chat. This is like, this is free. Hello, Connie. How's it going? Hope everyone having a great day. I do too. I'm having a pretty good day so far. Slow, My two favorites are Owl City and Living Tombstone. That is a crazy dichotomy. I like both of those artists. This song is a little aggro. Let's move on. Might need a second circuit to actually build an LV machine. Yeah, but like I'll get there when I get there. Maybe I should just do it like outright because I'm gonna want a bender ASAP. That requires two circuits and a lot of like pistons and shit. So let's see. How bad would it be to put three circuits down? Not that bad, honestly. It's a lot of copper, which I might not have at this time. Let's start smelting up a little bit of copper here. 1 bucket of creosote is worth 32 items. So we can do that. Anyone hyped for the new Boards of Canada album? Wow, I didn't know they were coming out with more. I like Boards of Canada a lot. Like Roy G. Biv is like the classic. My favorite is Olsen by Boards of Canada. That is my favorite song. Let's do 64 circuits. No. So here's the meta, right? Because you need plates and wires and shit for circuits, like a lot of them. And the current recipes for getting wires out of plates and stuff is terrible. You want to bare bones craft until you have a basic bending machine, a basic wire mill, which is somewhere here, and a basic assembler. And you don't want to like batch craft before you have all of these, so that way your resource usage is efficient, right? That is my pro tip here. All right, there is our sulfur dust. That is 2 stacks, 1 for each rubber. Let's go check on everything else that's happening. Yeah, exactly. Mighty Stone got it down. That's my move as well. All right, we're just gonna wait. We're gonna put this in the steam alloy smelter as we wait for the rest of the rubber to extract. Is there anything that I can steal a hopper from? Is the real question. I guess I'll do this for now. King Giz. A lot of my friends growing up liked King Giz, but I was never personally like a huge King Giz enjoyer. Oh, I need a chest. Some quests give you circuits if you forego loot bags. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure most of the LV loot bags are not that important to me. Let's see what they give. Yeah, I don't really see anything that I could not obtain already. Maybe the EFR or whatever these glowflower seeds are, but I don't think I'll need those. I have darkwood saplings. All this Steve's cart shit is so funny. I never use any of that. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing here that I could not already make. That I care about, that is. Maybe some funny Tinker's tools, but that's it. How do you get the Soul 9 music discs? You can't yet, but someone is adding them. Oh, sheesh, I forgot to actually fuel our boilers for today. Let's put in, yeah, that's 6 diamond dust. Let's turn this off real quick. Luckily, this is only using 80 liters per second, so it's pretty slow. But this will heat up slowly, and then we can re-add. In the meantime, let's go back to our steam age. And while that is happening, we can work through molds, which means we need 3 more molds. We need a casing mold, should be pretty easy. We need a gear mold and a block mold. The way we're going to do this is this recipe here, which is pretty easy. And we need 12 steel to be melted down, and then 3 blank casts, which is just 1 ingot of brass each. Is your music on Bandcamp? A lot of it is. Yeah, I do have a Bandcamp. I don't keep up with everything, especially like Bandcamp kind of falls by the wayside these days. I wish I had time, or I do have time, but I wish I had the effort. All right, there's brass, steel. That should be enough to make what we need. That's not what I wanted to do at all, but that's great. How's Flappin' going? Been doing good. Your boilers are starving and they crave diamond dust. Honestly, though, like I don't think I'm ever gonna play a playthrough again where I'm not using diamond dust in a steam boiler like this. Like it's kind of free, right? You trade for diamond armor with villagers, you get this insane burn time item, and you just go ham. Like, why would I do anything else? All right, we're almost there. We're about halfway to full heat. I can probably start this up again. 320 liters per second is no joke. But we might be good enough. Ah, whatever. Let's just wait a little bit. It's not worth it. The sun is free too. That is true. I've been sleeping on solar, but I don't like solar as much. I feel like the investment that you need, especially with silver, which I don't have access to. So let's look at solar boilers. A solar boiler requires a lot of these double silver plates, and they only produce about 120 liters of steam per second, which is not that much. Um, it's pretty hard to get silver in a normal playthrough because you can only get it through small ores. But in a super flat playthrough, it's like extra screwed. So let's see, small silver ore spawns in the overworld, and it drops these like little crushed or impure. So if you find that, keep it. Like keep any silver you get from the overworld. But we don't get that. So we would have to find some silly way to do silver, which there's no XP crafting. I would probably need to do crops, I would have to say. Doesn't look like there's a silver crop. You guys have any silver methods? Because we can't go to the Twilight. That's one big thing. We're not allowed. All right, there's our molds. I tried designing a mob switch, but it needs a ton of name tags. Is there another way to keep mobs persistent in GTNH without name tags? I feel like there must be. You can craft small silver dust. Wait, I don't even see that. One sec, let me look into XP bucket. Small pile of flint. Small pile of silver dust for 8 XP buckets. Do you know how diabolical that would be to farm out solars like that? You need double plate is 4 ingots each, and then you need 3 of those. So that's 12 ingots of silver for each solar, I think minimum. And then this is small pile, so that's 1/4 of that. So you need 12 for 48 times 8 buckets. 384 buckets of of XP in order to make one simple solar boiler. I don't think I want to do that, chat. All right, there are our molds. Sorry. And I'm gonna go for. Do I care about loot bags? Ooh, wait a minute, wait a minute. There's some ore blocks here. That could be useful for like crop breeding. Yeah, fuck it, wheat ball. Is there a crop that does silver that I'm not aware of? All right, let's get our rubber finally going. This is gonna take a brick. It's 20 seconds per rubber ingot. So equals 20 times 128 equals 2560 divided by 60. So 42 minutes for that all to go through. And we're gonna have to somehow keep ourselves busy. I think what we could do is start doing these quests, or at least getting ready for them. So we can get a bunch of glass tubes and vacuum tubes and stuff. All right, let's see. So we will need, in order to make 3 electronic circuits, which is 1 for the steam turbine and 2 for the steam bender, we will need 6 vacuum tubes. So let's get that started. I'm gonna just even put that on its own recipe page here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 6 glass tubes, which is again alloy smelter or forming press. Do we have ball mold? And we also need glass dust, which we can XP bucket grab, so I might just do that real quick. One at a time, guys. It's trust. This is gameplay, okay? Shining and Argentia. Yeah, my ass is not doing that though. My ass is not doing that. You know what? We could meet a peck today. I did confirm that over here, someone commented on my YouTube video and said that over here would probably be a pure node. And this is in fact a magical forest biome where we can meet pecks. So we could start magic stuff. But I kind of want that all to be included in one video if possible. Like so that way the through line is there. I don't want to like do this and then like throw it into the episode and then have it not pay off. So I might do that next year. Let's craft the rest of this into copper. Shining. Shining Queen? Oh no, not bees. Not again. Silver grains. That is a diabolical recipe. 1 grain of silver at a time, chat. Ooh, you know what we should also do is get some wrought iron going, but I guess everything depends on this alloy smelter right now. I'm low-key thinking we should make like a multi-block alloy smelter very soon. In the meantime though, let's just keep plodding away. 1 times copper wire is this diabolical recipe with plates and a wire snip. So let's get that going. And then we need fine copper wire, which is copper foils. Oh gosh. All right, that's 36 ingots into plates. Nine, how are the episodes split? I'm doing 1 per each tier. So we'll probably wait until next tier before I do any of the multi-blocks, the steam multi-blocks, but basically, yeah. Stalled insufficient steam. I think that's a remnant from another time. Yeah, I'm gonna go from Steam to LV. That's gonna be one big video. LV to MV, one big video, and we're just gonna keep doing that until the end of the pack, which will get slower and slower progressively as we go because the tiers get bigger. Mostly like IV is probably gonna be the longest tier of anything, and then after that it's pretty chill. But I think maybe EV will be pretty long. These two. EV and IV, because you get applied energistics here. And then this is like Flatline Arrow, which is a lot of infrastructure. But I'm really curious to see how the pack progresses now that I know what to do. Like how quickly I can just bang shit out. Because like this Steam age is going by in like a blink of an eye now that I know a thing or two about gaming. All right. So we need 12 copper foils. That's that. We have a wire cutter, which will allow us to make 18 copper wire and 12 fine copper wire. Red alloy bolts. Diabolical. We might need to make more red alloy here. 3 rods. There we go. Yep, yep. Thank you for the follow, that GI27. I appreciate you. Do we have a file? Yes. We'll file down our ingots into rods and then cut those down into bolts. We need 12 steel rods, which we luckily have a lot of steel from assorted processing of armors. Chat, beware of shift click. We're good. We have enough steel to like do that. And I will need steel rods later. However, beware of doing that on your own world. It can be a pretty rude awakening. Do we have a hammer? Yeah, we do. Well, we now have more than the 12 rods we needed, which is good. That's good. I'll eventually need those rods. We've got our glass dust. And basically we're just waiting on the smeltery here. And then let's go back here. After that, we need to get a bunch more wire. 3 red alloy, 7 tin, 24 copper, fine copper wire? Maybe I should have waited, because I think this is a prereq for this, which needs fine copper wire. Oh, and resistors, which is fine. We need wood planks. That one we should get going as well. That's a compressor recipe. 500 steel rods. It's fun that diamond chest plates can be macerated. I don't know if multiple input hatches to get the full 8 times. You definitely can do that. That is the play. And thank you for the follow, Super Mario. I appreciate you. Those rods will get used one day, one way or another. Yeah, exactly. All right, so in order to get wood pulp, which we'll eventually need for wood planks to make coated circuit boards, the first thing we have to do is macerate down. Don't pay attention to this recipe. This is a very funny recipe. I don't know why it still exists. It's kind of a joke. Don't ever do this. The real recipe is compressing down wood pulp in a steam compressor. And wood pulp we get from macerating logs. There's no like great way to see this. Where is that recipe? But as you can see, oak log turning into wood pulp, which is disappearing on me somehow. Oh, it's just taking 40 seconds. Okay. And then let's compress. And we need 8. Why not the dragon egg recipe? You know, that's a great question. Actually, maybe I should use the dragon egg recipe. Once I get a couple hundred dragon eggs, I'll let you know, and I'll get back to you on that one. Damn, you guys are Gregified. there anything else we can do in the meantime? All of these are crafting tasks, so there's really, we gotta wait to do these, sadly, until we're done. What else could we do, though? We could bang out some crops quests and go for the crop manager, or the solar panel. Like, there's all of these weird, like, pharaoh fern and black granite lily. Those could be interesting. Digging dirt for more crop space. You know what? Actually, it's been a while since I've dug some dirt. And by a while, I mean, like, maybe less than a day. Let's put that there, that there. Grab our excavator and get excavating. Wooden plank is one nether star off from being a nether star block. Yeah, but you can't craft blocks, remember? It's a compressor recipe. That is the one thing that I'll never be able to go back to is like vanilla Minecraft. All the block recipes are just 9 items. And it just feels so wrong because like it makes sense that you need to compress it to get a block. Let's see if I can get a cool shot of this actually. F4C. Oh, ooh. Ooh, look at that, chat. That's cinema. I kind of need to zoom in though. Let's frame the shot a little bit better this time around. F4. Guys, please don't sleep on the free cam mod. This shit is awesome. Thank you again, Cadis, for making a free cam mod. No, no, not the slime! Not the slime! Of course, there's a baby slime. How did you even get over here? How did you do that? I literally made like a 5 tall wall with a buttress, and that slime just... That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, let's go sleep, and then I'll get more dirt digging. Where are we into Greg? We're almost there. We're almost into Greg. It's been egg the whole time, and we're about to be at Greg. Stop digging your dirt, twin. Start digging in your dirt, twin. What's the dirt for? It's for safekeeping. Egging me. Sorry. Okay. So the dirt actually, we don't like need to keep the dirt, but we're doing this because we need space to work with, and bedrock is non-spawnable. If you make a huge bedrock area, mobs can't spawn on it, and it's safe, which is obviously a big problem when your lands are infested by slimes. They're everywhere. You can't escape them. All right, I'm gonna go 60 FOV. We're gonna get nice and close. F4 and C. Oh yeah. That's a shot, chat. That is a shot. When will the countdown for the cape become active? I don't know what that means. Does anyone know what that means? It's like watching an ant digging through a tunnel. I'm glad. You know what? I totally forgot about that, but when I was a kid, that was like the shit. Like someone would have like an ant farm or like a little ant colony. Why did that die out? I mean, I kind of understand why it died out, but like why was that so prevalent in the 2000s? What was Next time have it where you're not in the shot, dig in and then dig out. Okay, okay, I see where you're coming from. I think the shot's still good where it is at, but I like the brain power. No smartphones. Complicated questions, simple answers. Oh, I hear a fucking... No, 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 no. Stop it, blackberry slimes. How'd you get in here? I'm so fucking scared right now. I need you guys to see what is on the other side of this wall. They want me so bad. It's ridiculous how much they want me. Look at this guy. Unbelievable. Slime Rancher. I had one as a kid. I remember they died. Oh, oh no. I could build a platform in the sky, but then it's sky block, not super flat. You know what I'm saying? But I think this is easier because I need blocks to build with anyway, right? So I'm gonna be mining this dirt anyway to make the blocks I need to build with. It is what it is. How much pre 1.9 PvP have you done? Probably like 0. I'm not like a very good Minecraft PvPer. It was never something I was like interested in or good at. It would be funny if I had a PvP arc though. Might be worth reinforcing the walls with colored stone or planks. Yeah, I got planks. That'll be doing. I'm sorry about my brethren. Wait, Jolly Drips is a slime? Oh my gosh, chat. How far can you zoom out with this mod? Probably just like semi-infinitely, but I think it depends on the view distance of the character, right? Oh man, wait, I can load chunks in FreeCam to some extent. Oh, I've got a wall here that I can't get past actually. Huh, that's cool. I'm gonna try approaching the mob switch from a different angle later. Just a few questions. Can you get minecarts? What about vanilla dispensers? Yes and yes. We can loot vanilla dispensers, not a lot of them. And I think I can craft them at this point. And we can definitely... I can spell, guys. I promise I can spell. Oh god, what is this recipe? Oh, let's go. The rail worker villager sells minecarts. So we can get infinite of those. That's not a problem anymore. That would be actually a really funny integration if you guys could spawn like specific colored slimes. Can you melt minecarts? Dude, we're asking the real questions here. Yeah, you can. Maybe I've been sleeping on that the whole time. That is free iron dust right there. Don't those also sell trains, which are good for getting steel? Trains. Steam locomotive. I don't think that exists though. I think that's fake. Locomotive tracks. I don't really know. I can't right click on any of this shit, so I'm not even sure if it exists. We need more dirt drawers though. That is very clear to me. Dirt drawer number 2 has hit the Superflat world. Let's go. I auto modded the some of the bots recently. I made a banned term and the bots are no longer harassing me. Life is so good. This is Aphex Twin. This is ooh, we're 1 stack in, chat. Almost there. What is this Aphex Twin song? I should know this. Alberto Balsam. That's what it is. There we go. What can you make with dirt? Honey, you can make anything your brain imagines with dirt. That's the silly answer. We did get a new donkey. Oh my god, English. We did get a new donkey. Yes. That's Donkey 2. Do we want to name Donkey 2? While I dig out dirt and wait for rubber? Oh yeah, also I have a question for you guys. Do you guys watch a YouTuber called Martin Cito Pants? I checked my my main account, my 9 Streams YouTube account. And for some reason I was like looking around at analytics and I found that he is actually subscribed. His live channel is subscribed to my 9 Streams account. And I'm sure it's probably because of my Stargate review. Which is crazy. So I'm wondering, should I like try to contact him and like get a crossover going? That would be kind of fun, right? Like get him into GTNH because he seems like he does similar type of content. And I really love, like his editing style is definitely much more frenetic than mine, but I really appreciate the like the brain power and the expertise that goes into it. He really is good at hooking people into the video, which I would love to learn about. So yeah, is Martin Cito Pants GTNH on your guys' bingo card or like what's the deal there? He likes Factorio? Okay, okay. Forcing YouTuber to play GTNH? Exactly. Shoot thy shot, I say. Yeah, fuck it, let's ball. He's definitely autistic enough for GTNH. I mean, you said it, not me. I feel like by the time we're done digging out this little dirt bit, I feel like the alloy smelter will be done. I think this is gonna be like perfect timing. Plus, this will be good because I want this area to at least be like clean and presentable by the time I get the Superflat video out. Like this will be our achievement here. So Superflat 2. Which does actually mean, chat, I'm going to have to go on like an editing hiatus for a while. I have 5 VODs to edit, which is a little less than before. And I'm going to skip most of them because it's just crops mostly. And then like 2 or 3 VODs of actual content. SteamAge is really quick. But I will be going on an editing hiatus soon. As soon as we get to LV, so just know that. GTNH is a war for me between my autism wanting to do the thing and my ADHD wanting to do absolutely anything else. That is like the very common reaction, I think. And hello, Simon H. Peterson. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Every tier you need to break another perimeter of chunks. You know what I think I'm going to do actually from now on? Is I want to do like modules. So like this will be like my main module, and I'm gonna make 3 other 5 by 5 by 5 chunk like areas and just make them each individual buildings with tunnels connected to each is what I think I want to do. That way there's at least some semblance of like direction. Nine, I just found out that Donkey's Child has canonical names in the Shrek franchise. There's more. There's multiple. Debbie, Coco, Bananas, Peanut, Parfait, and Eclair. I think Eclair is pretty peak. Maybe Parfait, but Eclair is probably the best. Latin Rose, I think Twist is too easy. I think he should do. He would definitely need to do the vanilla experience. Did you see the way that donkey or that dragon was eyeing the donkey up? Yeah, fair. Why not put efficiency on the shovel? You can get low efficiency books from villagers and combine them. That's a great question. So this is from Tinker's Construct, the excavator, and you can theoretically enchant these with regular books in a very weird way that we don't have access to, but the way that we're supposed to do this is by putting redstone on this, and I don't have enough redstone to like get anywhere. I think you would need 450 redstone to get 1 level of efficiency. So it might take a while for us to get there, but that is definitely on the docket of things that I want to do. For now, I'm just really happy that this is about 10 times faster than it was before with a flint single shovel. So I'm feeling pretty blessed as it were. I can't tell you, Latin Rose. It's a top secret. I think it's 50 blocks of redstone per level. Cyclone. Which is... Yeah, 9 times 50 is... Nope. Yes? Yeah, 450. Yeah. I can do math, chat. I can do math. I can be trusted with math. Should I start building my base in LV so that no machines share multiple chunks? No, it's fine. As long as it's all chunk loaded, it doesn't matter. I have all my chunks claimed. They fixed the chunk border stuff long ago. Just 50 dust? Are you sure? I don't know if I trust this. Yeah, I could. Straight up. Let's try it and see how it feels, right? Crazy how chunk borders still emit to this day. I mean, it's a good thing to be wary about. I use chunk borders for like aesthetic purposes at this point. Let's see how effective redstone is. We have 56 redstone. We can just do this, I think. Oh, wait. That's silly. Wait. We're adding 8 at a time here. Okay, I see. So that's 48, and then let's add 2. And we now have haste 1. And we have 2 modifiers remaining. We're all out of redstone dust, so if we need more, we might be a little fucked, but it is an XP bucket craft. Alright, we'll be able to get more. Hey, Finger Dash. Cheers. What Thaumic does when you put a Thaumium tool part on something is it allows it to have 1 more modifier off the rip. I think that's a little bit faster. Yeah, like fractionally faster. That's not bad. I'll take that. Yeah, you guys were right. It is 50 dust. I guess it's just the lapis, which is really aggro. Redstone crop isn't too bad. Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I will get a redstone crop. We could do that today if we're still waiting for the rubber bars by the time I'm done with this. Fuck. Almost done, chat. A satisfying feeling of doing something right. Don't get that very often. Let's also quickly put these stairs up. Why don't you sprint? Chat, anyone want to take this one for me? And there we go. That is our entire perimeter excavated to perfection. That was pretty good right there. Oh, nice. I see. Yeah, if you put 1 lapis on, you'll get fortune 1. Interesting. Okay. Let's go check on our progress, and if this is not done at this point, we'll make a redstone crop. It's almost there. It's almost there. Let's go see what the redstone crop is real quick. Red straw, I think it's called, and we get an enchanted crops loot bag, which could be our first solar panel or our 5th crop manager that we can't use. So what's the best way to get into this? My inclination is actually we do light level of 5 or higher and 12 or lower. Needs a block of redstone under it to grow. We could probably do wheat seed and like do pool mutation from that. Yeah, I like that. We would just need a lot of redstone blocks here. I think we have 1. Let me get a couple of these blocks XP crafted out, because I think that could be pretty helpful. Let's do 1 more. Why not? Alrighty, so let's put 4 in here and then compress the 36 that we have into more blocks. Nice, wood pulp is coming through. What is this song? Ah, have a nice life. That makes sense. Ooh, a little strokes. Let's go. Crops NH looks so good. I can't wait for 2.9 stable release. It's gonna be soon. I think it's gonna be in like July, I want to say. And then hopefully today's video, or like the video on this Steam Age, should be a pretty good Crops NH tutorial. Although I don't know, maybe I'll try to fit in like a whole, all this things you need to know about crops into this video. But I won't be making like a standalone tutorial video, I don't think. This needs just farmland. Okay, that should be easy. Benjamin, that's exactly what I'm excited for most out of LVH is the golden lasso right now. Let's pick that up. Easy to do. What? I don't have a big enough pickaxe to get diamond block? Uh-oh. Let's see if my obsidian pickaxe can handle this. Think that you should. Okay. Lucky. That's very lucky. That could have been awkward. Drums, please, Fab. Let's clear out our inventory real quick. Buckets go here. Let's grab some more dirt. Can put the cobble back, and I think we're good on that. Let's put the obsidian pickaxe back as well. Part 3 of AE2 tutorial win. I don't know if there is like anything I need to go over anymore. I think it's all good at this point. Trading post is LV assembler, which should be very good. When is it possible to automate wood in GTNH? You can have, I have bonsais, like little wood bonsais right here that are pretty much extremely passive. It's 10 saplings per bonsai and they grow really quickly. You could probably get a crop manager in Steam Age from the loot bag if you're lucky, and then you'd need the battery buffer as well, but that might not happen. Okay, so I need wheat seeds at this point, which are probably right there. All right, so actually I need that and that to be also farmland. So we place wheat on all of these, which we don't really have enough, but that can be amended pretty quickly. We'll want to water and fertilize these. Water so that they grow faster, and fertilizer so that way the mutations that occur between these wheat seeds are guaranteed to be 31, 31, 31 plants. And then once these get to 80% growth, they can start crossbreeding with each other. I'm going to take the first couple and just replant it to that last stake. And because these intermediate blocks have redstone on them, we should be good. What is my light level? We need to bring down the light level here to 12, between 12 and 5, which is a really awkward light level. Not exactly sure what we'll do about that. And then this is a tier 6 crop, which means we'll need to water it. Is that the light level of a redstone torch? That would be that would be kind of slick, I'm not gonna lie. I have no clue. Between 5 and 12 is what it said. Maybe light level is 5? Should probably be using chiseled dirt here, but... Alright, let's see what we got. 13. Close. Twelve, 12, 11. Ooh, 11, 12, and 12. Okay, that should be good. Let's start this process. So we're planting double crop sticks on each of these. And then I'm just going to wait and then harvest this first one and redo it right here. Thank you for the Prime sub, Jolly Drips. I appreciate you. That's really kind. Any Prime subs that you guys have are very welcome. Jeff Bezos didn't need that money, as Flurbin likes to say. So bring them on if you've got them. I did just make a slime spawner. I am aware of that. Maybe we should fix that though. I can't wait for Crops NH. It's a good one. What is this lovely song? On Possession by C. Olina. I'm going to turn that up so you guys can hear it. This is beautiful. Just don't go further away than 24 blocks. Yeah, true, true, true. We're good now. That should be anti-slime. Let's get back to... Let's let that grow. I don't think there's anything we need to do to, like, keep in check with that, because it's all 31, 31, 31. So we just need to, like, keep a very loose eye on it. Wheat probably goes here. Cocoa? Nice. And let's get back to it, because we actually are ready to go on that rubber skip quest, finally. What a beautiful song. I won't say all right, chat. I thought about it. Here is our 2 stacks of rubber bars, which should trigger the rubber quest skip in the Steam Age. There we go. Let's go. And we have now skipped the Nether, so we no longer have to go to the Nether. That is a pro tip for you guys. And we can carry on with the quest book as normal. Let's get this wired quest done, which is a crafting task for a bunch of different wires. Thank you for saying the all right for me. You know I can't do it, but someone's gotta. Okay, so I guess I'll pattern this all out. We need 3 of you, 7 of you, which is a very odd number, 24 of you, and I'll eventually need those anyway, so might as well. 8 fine copper wire. I already kind of did that, but that's okay. Okay, let's do this. Check the forge hammer plate recipe for all of this. Alrighty. Fuck, I said it again. 36 copper ingots into plates again. And then 21 tin. How did you get the sulfur? We got it via XP crafting. So here's the sulfur recipe right here. 2 buckets into sulfur dust. Pretty good. It's not bad. If we didn't do this and we wanted to be a little less cheesy about it, what we would end up doing is getting netherrack dust and centrifuging netherrack dust into sulfur dust. We can do this through crops, which is the nether stone lily, and these make a bunch of netherrack dust, but this is probably a lot slower to just get, 128 sulfur dust for now. I don't know. I don't think I wanted to build an entire, because the only centrifuge we have is the multi-block steam centrifuge right here. And this is a little bit of an investment at our current tech tier. Looks like we have a lot of excess raw rubber dust, which is great. Another thing I need to do is turn some of these rubber bars into sheets. Do I have a sheet mold? How are we expected to do this again? It's not the bender. I think it's alloy smelter 2-to-1, which is terrible. I'm surprised it didn't have us make a plate mold. But I guess we gotta do that too. That's annoying. Sentencing you to 10 hours of bronze grinding? Yeah, pretty much. Hello, Jay Skip. Thank you for the prime sub. I appreciate you. 3-month streak. That's awesome. I'm missing quite a few alrights because 9 sometimes says the words extremely quickly. Sometimes I do be like that. Grab that. Let's grab a bucket of water because I can't be seen without one. And we are back on track to start banging out these Steam quests. Let's grab our wires that we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red alloy wires into 13 tin wires. I don't think our wire cutter is going to survive the night. Oh, I forgot to do the copper ingots. Damn. I am playing on daily 455. Chevry. Steam Forge Hammer is good. Oh, I forgot about the copper plates I would need to make fine copper wire. Darn. And that's a crafting task. 8 fine wires, 4 plates is 6 copper ingots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chuck that in there. Thank you for following NutXX. That is a name. Alright, there we go. all tucked in for that. All right, editor 9, we're back. We need exactly 24 of these, so I'm gonna do that and break my wire cutter, which I totally don't feel bad about. Let's make 4 of these. Suppose we can be smart and use iron plate recipe. Three, 4, 12? 12. There we go, 4 wire cutters. I don't want to have to think about that for a long, long while. There's our 24 copper wire. Let's get our 8 fine copper wire. Should be pretty easy. And then 3 red alloy cable and 7 tin cable. Now, in order to make this, we need rubber sheets, which is a really annoying recipe where instead of using a bender, we have to alloy smelt the ingots 2 to 1 into 1 rubber sheet. We're gonna try to save as much rubber as we can and not do this recipe because we can get a 1-to-1 recipe very soon with the LV bending machine. So keep that in mind. Onyx says, maybe someone smarter than me will know of a way to keep mobs from despawning. But I've discovered that you can't give items to zombies, not even with dispensers, and that they despawn in minecarts. So the only way I found is name tags. Name tags would be really hard. Yeah, I don't know. I appreciate your research on this. Maybe asking like the main GT Discord, maybe someone would have ideas there. Hey Spilled, how's it going? Let's pour our steel into this. I'm surprised there's no quest for... Oh, there it is. There's the quest for rubber sheets. Let's make the 10 that the quest book requires of us or suggests us to do. I wonder if the quest book knows more than I do right now. I don't like that sound. Although I don't think single block's void, so I think we're chilling. There's our 10 rubber sheets. And creamed broccoli soup and some loot bag. Ah, yes, the quest book did know more than I. 1, 2, 3 red alloy cables. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tin cables. That should be that whole quest. Lots of wires. Now time for the vacuum tubes. Let's grab 2 of these. Oh, yeah, we're missing the glass dust that we require to turn into glass vacuum tube thingy. You guys know what I'm talking about. What is this recipe again? What are we making out of that? It is glass tubes. My bad. Name tag mobs don't count towards mob cap as well as the mobs that you give an item? That seems to probably work. That would make sense. There are some mobs that don't despawn normally. Like, shulkers have been added to the game, but I don't know if there's a way we can get shulkers. Cheers, spilled. This resistor quest should also be pretty easy. All right, there we go. This part of the song is loud, so I'm going to skip over it real quick. All right, let's make 6 vacuum tubes, because we'll need 4 more for the 2 other circuits I intend on making for later. Time for some logic. Good news, you are able to advance to the next tier. Bad news, you still have to craft a lot of things before you can begin. Fear not, mortal, I shall guide you. Hey, 2 extra vacuum tubes. I actually will take that. Resistors. We need a couple of these. I think we want to make 6, maybe? Yeah, we want to make 6 resistors. So that's 12 slime, 12 copper wire, 12 fine copper wire, and 6 charcoal dust. So let's get started on the charcoal dust already. That's 6 right there. We might need some more copper plates for purposes. So I guess we'll just commit the rest of our copper ingots. I don't really see anything else other than wires that we're making out of copper right now. And then macerate the charcoal. Let's start solidifying or compressing these wood pulps into wood planks. Yeah, we need planks for circuit boards, so. It should be mostly everything. Grab our slime. What am I missing from over here? Charcoal dust? Yeah, there you go. We need a couple of those. Slime slash glue can't be that much of a problem? No, it is not. Although I don't really keep most of the slime, which is really silly of me. I kind of delete it out of spite for the slimes. All right, that should be a couple of resistors, I feel like. What are we missing? Pretty much nothing, actually. It's just a little bit of fine copper wire. So let's do that real quick. I think it's 2 of these plates into foils. And then this will wire cut into fine copper wire. There we go. There we go. That is resistors completed. The next part is circuit boards. What recipe does it want me to do here? Coated circuit board. This one, hell no. We go with the bulk recipe always. And we could use either slime balls or sticky resin. It really doesn't matter. ENX04 has a very simple mob switch that can be done with any mob. I wonder if it works on these old versions. That's like the key. And then also GTNH has like some differences in how it handles mobs and mob cap, I feel like. But I don't really know exactly. Have to get some sleep? Well, peace out. Have a good sleep, my friend. I appreciate you. All right, there we go. Might as well throw in a bunch more wood pulp. I love how like late game GTNH, or sorry, early game GTNH is just one gigantic crafting montage. There we go, 6 coated circuit boards. And then we need 3 actual circuit boards, which is a lot of wire that we just don't really have. Might need to XP craft some more copper after this. Let's see how far we can get off of this. Just we need a little more in order to get those 3 circuit boards that I want. So let's just do it. Whoops. Wait, it's all NEI? It always has been. Yeah, true. I'm gonna get 32 ingots of copper here, which is 1 creosote bucket, and let that go. Man, I do hope we get some better ways to get copper soon, because this XP crafting stuff is I need to like automate this somehow. This is not sustainable for a long-term playthrough, you know what I'm saying? Two more. Okay, so 1 more copper ingot, and we'll turn that all into plates. And then that should be enough for 3 circuit boards, which gives us the 3 circuits we want for our first bender, which is big. But we'll get that going next time. I gotta keep it simple. Get our first electricity. There we go. 3 circuit boards. And that completes this quest, which I'm gonna get a loot bag out of. And we are ready for our first electronic circuit of the entire playthrough, which is a huge, huge milestone. In fact, I think we're ready for our first 3, as long as we get some steel casings and maybe a little more red alloy cable, which I don't have right now. I only have 3. Uh-oh. Let's see, red alloy. It's just more crafting. It's just always more crafting. We need more redstone. Now, did you see the new matter manipulator update? Maybe. I saw that it has some more functionality with redstone from Project Red stuff. Is there anything else that I don't know about? Hello, Micro Yeti. No polarizer? No polarizer. Nothing beats artisanal handcrafted circuits. Dude, I could, yeah, exactly. This guy gets it. Oh, that was crunchy. Mmm, that was a good one. Can copy microblocks now. Jeez. Okay, that is really good. Yeah. Matter manipulator probably is single-handedly one of the biggest changes to GTNH. Matter manipulator, if you guys don't know, is a world edit, survival world edit. It has many different tiers of functionality, but the last tier of functionality, basically it allows you to have wireless connection to your AE system. And you can do a bunch of like world edit-ish commands and it will automatically pull items out of your AE system. It's even so powerful that you can do stuff like, you can do the regular copy paste to make shapes, but you can even make crafting patterns out of like GregTech machines. Let's say you had an assembly line with a very specific AE2 setup. You could copy that whole thing, make a crafting pattern for it, make your AE2 system craft out 4 more of them, and then once it's done, you could just like paste all 4 of those, and it would be like picture perfect, basically. So Matter Manipulator has changed kind of the struggle of late game, the spam of late game. It's very powerful. It copies a lot of important GregTech settings like covers and stuff like that, so it's pretty big. Are there oil berries in 2.9? There are, and I'm going to be using them. Unfortunately, they're MV, so in order to get this oil berry seed, I need to get an MV crop breeder, which is not too bad, but it's definitely something that I'll need to like get into. But oil berries are big, yeah. They have some good recipes. Basically, you distill them into, or you fluid extract them into oil, and then you can use one oil berry and oil to change the type of oil you're getting out of it, which is a really weird way to say that. Yeah, it's kind of complicated, but it makes sense after a little bit. We also need steel something. What do we need for these circuits? Steel casing, which is 2 to 3 in the alloy smelter. So we could just go 2 ingots here. All right, chat, you guys came back from the ad break at a perfect time. So we finally, after these steel casings, we finally have everything we need to make one electronic circuit. Wait, hold. Wire cutter, plate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we need to make some more rubber plates. Hold. I'm getting there. Are there any record of this project's development from the beginning? Yeah, I have VODs on my VOD channel. Should be linked below somewhere. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Let's sleep and then get this done. Actually, no, I'm not going to sleep. Why not? Finally, I craft red alloy wire into cable. And then 3 LV tier electronic circuits. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. Our first electronic circuit of the entire series. Now, I want to give you guys a quick rundown of how circuits work in GregTech New Horizons. There's a NEI page somewhere. Where is that circuit like rundown? Do you guys know where that is? Is there like a questbook page or something? Top left in NEI? Top left. There we go. Yep, this is it. So, if this scares you, please don't be alarmed. It is a little bit scary. But there are tiers of circuits for every tier of the game and beyond. And there are multiple circuits per tier. So right here, this is the circuits that we can make in the Steam/the LVH, which are these vacuum tubes, ULV circuits, electronic circuits, which we just made, which is our first LV tier circuit, and then in order to move on to MV, we'll need to make good electronic circuits. As you can see, they kind of loop back a little bit every time. You go back one tier and make like a basic integrated logic circuit, and then that goes into the good circuit and then into the better circuit. So what you have every tier is a better and better circuit recipe that makes the basic tier circuits. Once you move to the next tier and you have enough resources, you'll want to move to some of these recipes. Like I think I stick around with this tier of circuits often because they're pretty easy to make. As you go through the game, there are different circuit lines like the nano tier, the quantum, the crystals, the wetwares. Then we got the biowares up here, the opticals. Then exotics might exist at this point in time, but I'm pretty sure they don't. Cosmic and temporally transcendent, those don't exist for now. Every tier, we're going to have to deal with a new circuit, and we're going to get circuits that get us to the next tier, and that's the important part. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that real quick. Very long-winded, but we're there. We're one step in a very long chain. Hi, YouTube. Yeah. And then from there, we'll take our ice cream. And we are almost done today. So we've got 3 more quests to do. We've got our basic LV motors, which will be our first components, and our LV machine casing. I want to do the machine casing first because I think we have everything for that already. So we'll make, let's make a couple of these. Let's make 3 of these. Actually, let's make 4 because I think I'll need them. Unless it gets annoying. And then from here, we'll make our LV machine hulls. Oh yeah, wait, that's going to be hella annoying. Never mind. We'll make 1 for now. Posted announcements, oh my god, English today. English. Tears, Shrevy. Oh. Actually, I think we have enough. Just not the tin cables, which could prove annoying anyway, so. There will be our first LV machine hull. I'll just leave it at that. We're not gonna go further than that for now. The machine hull is another very important thing. It is used as the basis for all LV machines and blocks. So all these transformers, diodes for transforming electricity, but more importantly, all of the basic machines. So the basic rock breaker, basic, these are some really niche machines, guys. Basic gas turbine, everything. It starts with a machine hole and some components and circuits. That's pretty much it. As we go up in tiers, there will be different machine holes that require different materials. So the next tier will be MV machine hull, and that requires aluminum. And then it just keeps going. We need to make some tin rotors. Can I just like craft this? No, of course not. Let's pattern all this shit out because I think I'll need to. That's rod. That's that. That's rod as well. And then plates we'll do from forge hammer. And it's probably smart to make a couple of these. We have the tin to spare, so I'm gonna make 8 of these right now. Do we have the tin to spare? Let's go with 6. Nah, let's do 2. Let's do 2. Let's be smart. Let's be smart. We'll get the bender soon. Hello, R1JL1? R1? I'll call you R1. Will you craft some turbines for crop managers? Eventually I will. Yeah. That is not my priority as of yet, though. Auto workbench for XP crafting looks huge. I don't think these work the way that you would want them to. They are made by Alkalis after all, so like... No shade, Alk, but a little bit of shade. I should be able to auto-craft this, but I don't want to because I don't want to ruin the crafting task. 2, 3, 4 of those. 2 rings. 4 tin bolts. 2 tin screws. And that is 2 tin rotors, which is scuffed as hell. And there we go. Basic crafting rotors. Almost there, chat. We're in it for the haul. 2 more electric motors and we're free. By free, I mean jail. And by jail, I mean editing jail. But that's for me, not for you. Alright, what do we need for a drunken sailor? Do we have copper wire? Oh no, are we gonna have to make more copper? Wait, hold. Let's go! Life is worth living. That's 12 ingots worth into the bender. Can we get a current playtime? Once I hit that LV steam generator, I will hit a current playtime and see where we're at. You've got a very rich person laugh, not gonna lie. Rich in spirit. I'm an unemployed YouTuber. But my parents are wealthy and I'm living at home, so I can't really complain. Upper middle class is what I would probably say. Okay, that's 8 copper wire. We've got our tin cables that we need already. Let's make 4 iron rods and then 2 more that we're gonna magnetize. And the way we do this is this really janky crafting recipe with redstone. And finally, our first electric motors of the entire series. Now again, the components follow a very similar thing to circuits and machine holes. There's different materials for each tier of motors and all these parts. So if we look up LV component or just like LV, we should see a list of them. Here it is. There's motor, pump, conveyor, piston, robot arm, and then field generator, emitter, and sensor. And those are like the main components that you'll see of every tier. And then you can see that there's a a motor for every single tier. Spinny motor. And there we go. That is everything we need to make our first steam machine, the basic steam turbine. I think we need one more thing, which is 2 bronze fluid pipes, but that should be quite easy to do. And from here, it is a simple craft into the low voltage era, chat. Let's go. We are finally here. After how many hours has it been? Let's give it a quick check. 44 hours. So I did a lot of off-screen grinding at this point for like materials and stuff, but we are now officially out of steam and into low voltage. Here we are. We've got a lot ahead of us, chat. A lot ahead of us, and I'm very excited for it. Okay, I did make that, so I'm not super surprised about that, but that's probably the first time I've heard that in game. I dare not place this, just so you know. Steam machines, or actually LV machines, anything that makes electricity will explode if exposed to rain. So make sure you have a roof over anything that you're doing that with. We could plug this in. I would need to make a roof. Fuck it. It's gonna rain right now, but this takes steam and makes electricity, so big yip. Let's place that down here. And yeah, let's, I think that's a good place to call stream today. I think we're doing great. Let's put a couple things away and then we'll call it. So yeah, I am going to be in editing jail for a little bit as I do the second episode and like edit that all together. I hope you guys can bear with me. There are some other creators that are wonderful, like Cat's Cozy Games is playing a 2.9 playthrough, and they'll probably be a little bit ahead of me because they're not doing Superflat. So you can watch them. We could probably raid them if they're still playing. Low voltage powered by Steam. Yeah. Let's put everything away. Cranberry bar. That sounds tasty. Beautiful. And this is what it looks. Oh, let's slow it down. Let's slow it down a little bit here. This is what our base looks like. We still got our villager farm. We've excavated a lot more. We have crops. We have steam. Things are good, chat. Things are good. So I want to thank you for joining me today. Let's go find somebody to raid, and I will see you guys in the next one. And we will be cracking into LV. This is probably my favorite part of early game, because you get so many machines that make your resource processing much more efficient, like the wire mill, the bending machine, and the assembler, all of which I'm very excited for. So yeah, let's go find someone to raid, and then I'll see you guys soon. Who is upgrading their tech today? Someone playing Fruma. Cat's Cozy Games is playing, and I think they're making their first circuit too right now, which is really funny. So let's start this raid. Now, always, I remind you to be kind to yourself and others, and do the best that you can. And what's my thing for the day? Stay curious. Stay curious. That's what I'll say. Peace, everyone. Have a wonderful time with Cat and Vin. All right. Good night, VOD.